chin next to my chin. Try to hold my breath in. Don't wanna wake up. Your heart is my violin. Watching you sleep is comforting. Don't wanna wake up. Wish that I was brave, but I've never been the one. Wish that we could stay like this, I wanna stay. Wish that I was brave, but I've never been the one. Wish that we could stay like this, I wanna stay. If I got superpowers, I'll stop the clock. Be right here in this moment. You're all I want.
If you guys have been following along for a while, we spent the past month in Montana and Idaho enjoying the beautiful snow-covered mountains. And while we love winter camping, it was time for a change of scenery. We are about 30 miles south of I-70 here near like Green River, Utah area. And it is on our way to our next destination, so we decided to come and soak up some sunshine for a little bit. The past couple days were cloudy and not the best weather, but today looks beautiful, so it's going to be a perfect day to reset all of the things that we need to do in the truck camper and just kind of get ready for the next week on the road.
We love to do a weekly reset, which is today, and we are excited to do all of the things that we need to do. It also is a really nice break from all of the snow and mountainy weather that we've been in for the last month. We've been craving some sun. I know I live for sun, probably because I grew up in Florida, but it feels so good to finally just feel like you're thawing out and just hanging out in some desert. It's perfect and exactly what we needed to start this whole reset day. Also, if we sound out of breath, we are. This whole walk's uphill, but so pretty and very vast.
I feel like we've been walking for like 30 minutes and our view hasn't changed at all. I mean, everything here is just, it goes on forever, but now we get the whole thing in reverse.
By our campsite is a campground, but on the signs over there it was saying some things about mining in this area. So we've seen a ton of just metal scraps around. Like you just saw, there was just a car down in the trough, I don't know what you would call that, in the valley, and just random miscellaneous kind of old cans everywhere. So it's kind of cool to see that. I hope it's not trash. I think it's just from back then when people were mining and just kind of became a part of the atmosphere around here, but it's very interesting to learn a little history when you're camping out here.
We're gonna get the rest of this walk finished back up. We probably made it, I don't know, about a mile, and then we'll get to the camper, pack everything up because we have been here for a couple days, so things are kind of all over the place. That way we can get on the road and start getting our errands done before it gets too late in the afternoon. We are back in the camper and just looked at the battery. We're bringing in just over 100 watts of solar, which is by far the most that we have brought in any time in the last 5 or 6 weeks. I cleaned the panel off just to help a little bit, although it wasn't that dirty. Having a full sky of sunshine is a great plus and part of the reason that we came down to Utah. So now we can go ahead and get the camper all packed up. We have it in bed form where the dinette is, and like I said, just stuff kind of everywhere. So we're gonna get this cleaned up. It's gonna take a minute.
And time to clean all that up.
Oh my boy. They do offer like a custom Starlink travel case, but the box works just fine. And the case is like $300. There's no reason for it. Voila. One of the things that makes setting up for travel days really easy is the fact that everything in the truck has a near perfect home. It all fits snug in there, so nothing moves around while we drive. We try to make it pretty much the same way in the camper. It really helps to know that everything's gonna be where you need it to be and nothing moves around. Camper and truck are all loaded down. Now we're gonna leave this beautiful spot. It was such a nice break from the snow, but now it is time to start the reset day, and can't wait to show you guys exactly what that means for us. We were camped relatively near the Green River, Utah area, and while there is a place to fill propane and a campground for showers in that area, there's a lot better options if we drive a little bit east towards Grand Junction, Colorado. So I think that's the plan today. It's going to be about a 2-hour drive, which is just fine. It's 12:30 right now, so we have plenty of time to get all of the errands done before we get to the campground, and it just makes a little bit more sense for us to drive farther to get all of the things that we need versus like 80% of the things we need, and it also helps on our route for the next couple weeks.
First things first is going to be filling our propane tank. In order to find where we need to fill up a propane tank, we usually look at Ace or Tractor Supply, and if there's some in the area close by, we always give them a call because either their propane might be down or they just don't actually fill it and they only do exchanges. We like to do the refills, so that's where we're headed right now.
We made it to Tractor Supply, and we've been using our Mopica propane tank sensor for almost a year now, and honestly it has been such a great upgrade for the camper because we can look on and it's pretty accurate. Right now it shows 13% on the tank. A full tank is 4.2 gallons, so if we take 87% of that, it's going to be 3.6 or so gallons. Let's go see just how accurate it is this time. 3.6 gallons, spot on. Really quick in and out here. It was only about 5 minutes, and at $3.49 a gallon, it was 12.5 bucks. So usually a propane exchange is $20, $25, $30 depending on what city you're in. Definitely a lot cheaper just to have it refilled, and well, we're done in 5 minutes. We did have something weird with the truck key fobs. Whenever we were getting out, it wouldn't lock or unlock the truck. Neither of them did. We have both of them with us, and neither of them are working, so hopefully it'll start. Let's see us.
Nope.
Oh, key fob not detected. I have the key. Alright, so it did it whenever I held the key to the ignition button, but we replaced the batteries in these, or at least in one of them, a little over a month ago, and I was looking it up, and it says that if you disconnect the battery, it may try to reset the key fob. So hopefully we'll do that. I think we're gonna wait till we get to the campground though, that way we can let it sit for a couple minutes. Either way, weird, hopefully it solves it, and yeah.
Next errand is a self car wash. With all of the snow and mud and dirt that we've been dealing with for the last month, the camper and truck are filthy. We've showed you guys the windows on the back of the camper a few times and they're still really dirty, so we're hoping we can just hose it down, get it a little bit cleaner than it is already, and feel much better because we like when all of our things are a little bit cleaner.
This place is decently busy, and usually self-serve car washes take like 15 minutes or so each, and this is not a huge need for us right now. We just want to do it, so we're gonna postpone this till tomorrow when we leave the campground.
Errand number 3 today is filling our truck up with gas. park. I actually don't even know how much this truck holds, but I want to say we get about 10 miles per gallon on the average, which is pretty good for how much we have on our truck, but I'll report back about how many miles we get. Let's ask the expert.
So our tank is a 32-gallon tank, but the gas light comes on at about 27 gallons. So probably something around there. We get 10 to 11.5 miles a gallon, usually kind of right around that 10.5. And the manual of this truck says 87 octane, so whenever we're in Colorado, it's hard because the minimum is 85. So I usually split the tanks with 87 and 85, just alternating fill-ups. And yeah, it's a little more expensive, but we cover so many miles. We're trying to stretch this engine as long as we can. So we're sticking to the manual on that one. And it's $3.19 right now for 87. Not the worst, not the best.
How many miles do we get per full tank?
We get 350 miles a tank if we run it pretty much all the way empty. And that's if we're getting decent fuel mileage. Usually around the 300 mark, the gas light comes on. Not too bad.
There you have it, folks. One way we do try to save a little bit money every time we fill up our tank is usually go to grocery stores that we purchase our groceries from. So when we do that, they have a rewards program, and we try to add it up as long as we can throughout the month so we get a big chunk off on one fill up. So usually that's like Kroger's, so that helps us a ton. Or if there's a Costco, we like to go to Costco's. So that's a little tip that you guys probably already know, but we like to do that. The last two things on our list are shower and laundry. We usually try to combine those at a campground because it's just less of a headache for us having to move around or sit outside a tiny laundromat getting it done for, I don't know, 2 hours. So this just makes it easy, and when you end up putting it all together, the cost of it just makes a lot of sense. So it's a win-win. And then after we get all of those done, we can just hang out, plug in, and reset.
Just one night.
Yep, just one night.
Until 8, we'll come and get you guys out.
Oh, cool. Hot tub sounds great.
Yeah. On the golf cart, and we'll meet you guys over there at your rent, okay?
Great, thanks so much. Did you know there's a hot tub here?
There's a hot tub!
Really nice and easy check-in, plus additional amenities that we didn't know were there, like the hot tub, and they even have pickleball courts, which is kind of fun. Whenever we first started out doing the full-time journey in our truck camper, we stayed at a couple campgrounds, and I think they always kind of annoyed us for a little bit, but I think it's because we were so used to staying in like beautiful Forest Service campgrounds and just these awesome spots, and we didn't realize to schedule them out whenever we really need a reset and we can take full advantage of what a campground has to offer. The fact that whenever we pull in, we don't have to think about anything else between now and leaving is amazing. We can get showers done, laundry, the occasional hot tub or activity, and it's just something that we've grown to really appreciate. This one is very spacious. It's pretty empty right now, but it is February in Colorado, so not a huge draw. Yeah, just a nice spot to relax, reset, and just kind of forget that you're living in a camper, I guess.
I don't think I would say forget living in a camper. I think appreciating that a camper can just pull into a site and you get to use amenities like people have in apartments, but we don't have to pay the apartment fee. So that's a win.
Much better said.
First things first, plug in.
Plug it in. Plug it in.
We don't always need to find somewhere to plug in because we bought the alternator charger to help fix those issues, but it is always nice when we pay for a campground. We're just going to use it anyways, so we can charge all of our other batteries like the Blue Eddy you guys saw in the last video, EcoFlow, and run our space heater. And sometimes in the winter we also like to plug in our dehumidifier just to help out the condensation in our camper. So it ends up working out. This one's a little far away.
It's a little rocky. Well, we booked a site that's made for like vans and truck campers, and they charge you less for it because it's kind of shoved here on the end of their loop. So we obviously don't need to be anywhere else. We fit here perfectly, which means you gotta stretch our power to the next site. Hopefully it stretches. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the battery, and hopefully that will kind of reset the electronics on the truck. It's what I was reading on the forums, and they said it seemed to work. The battery started working once we restarted the truck again, so I don't know if there's something weird, but we're just going to go ahead and give it a nice little reset. Remote seems to be working like it's supposed to now. I guess we won't know if it's really solved unless I don't have the issue again.
It's a little windy, but we got the camper all plugged in and just got everything charging. So now we are gonna go in the hot tub. I might kick your butt in these later. Oh, tons of laundry.
Lots of laundry. That's great.
For us not to stay at campgrounds quite often, we're getting more into it recently, but when they have a hot tub, we get so excited. A great surprise.
We spent a good 30 or so minutes in here, but we are both heated out, and it is time to go back to the camper, make a little bit of dinner, and just enjoy the relaxing evening with Barkley.
He means watch some trash TV.
Yeah, we're definitely watching some trash TV.
Hi, Boba. Hi. Hi, Boo. Hi. Aren't they gorgeous? Hi. Look, all three of them wanted to say hey. Well, it seems like our time here is just full of surprises, and I am loving it. The hot tub first, and then the horses just outside along the fence came and said hi. I'm a little nervous around horses. I respect them, but they really make me nervous, so I appreciated them from afar with Connor. Now we're just making leftovers, which is our favorite thing to do for a reset day, or we get takeout, but tonight leftovers is just the easiest, so.
Definitely a very simple meal, but like Amelia was saying earlier, it is so nice to just have dinner basically prepared whenever we pull in for a day like this. The last thing we want to do is spend an hour cooking and 30 minutes cleaning up dishes, so it's a simple meal. You guys see us eat this all the time, but it's one of our favorites, and it always makes for a great dinner.
All right, it is about 7 o'clock. We just finished dinner. We are not doing the dishes because we don't have running water, but tomorrow we will tell you guys how we clean our dishes and do all of that since our camper is winterized. But we do have something new that we bought recently, and we really want to share it with you guys.
It's the most absurd thing to have in this camper. Look at the size of this candle. I mean, it's like a football, but we love it because A, it puts off a ton of light, and it's like having a fireplace in here. I mean, look at that.
The
It was like
vibes.
$20, but
Worth it. I'm not a huge keep the lights on at night kind of girl.
You don't like the lights any time of the day.
Okay. I just really don't enjoy lights. I'm a huge fan of dimmers. So the next camper is going to have dimmers, but when we found this candle, we had to buy it because when we read at night, we can just light this and have no lights on, and it's just really peaceful listening to it like it is a campfire. It smells really good. It lights up the whole place. Not like this place is big, but I rubbed off on Connor, and he also doesn't really like lights at night, so this is a win.
Yeah, that's true.
Here you go. Where's your work?
This is a nice treat. Time for some clean clothes.
Thank you. Good morning, guys. Connor just went to take the laundry to get it going since it's already, I think, almost 8 this morning, and we have to check out here at 11, so we're gonna get that going. We might have tub again today, walk around the campground, and that's probably it, honestly. As you can tell, we're having a slower morning, just getting the laundry going. Feels really good.
While we wait for the laundry to finish, we're just gonna go ahead and walk all of the loops of this campground. The sun is coming out. It's supposed to get like near 60 degrees today, so a little chilly right now, but it's gonna be a perfect day, and we're gonna enjoy a nice morning stroll. Got all the laundry switched over to the dryer for another 45-minute cycle, and we were talking about it this morning. Neither Amelia or myself slept very good last night. It's not because the campground was loud or anything. I think there was just a lot on our minds, so we are going to actually stay one more night here. I went ahead and updated it, and since they could modify my reservation, they didn't charge us any other like resort fees and stuff, so it actually made it cheaper for both nights. It wasn't a full price extra night stay, which is really, really nice. So that way we can just kind of enjoy today. It just sounded like the right thing to do whenever we got up this morning. I don't want to drive very far because I'm so tired, and this place is empty. It's been nice, and the people are really friendly. I sunk the 8-ball. She won. Good way to kill time while we're waiting for the dryer to finish. Got a full load of clothes all clean, folded, and dry. It ended up being like 99% of my stuff and just like socks and underwear for Amelia. She wears a lot of sweaters in the winter and they usually take a long time to wash and dry, so my clothes are a lot quicker and now I get a full reset of wardrobe.
How much did it cost though?
The washers were $6.50 because we used 2 to split up the loads, and ended up being $3 to dry, so less than 10 bucks for the whole load, which is probably about what we would spend at any laundromat, so it's nice that we can just walk back and forth from the camper.
Woohoo!
Woo.
Clean laundry!
Amelia and I have been hanging outside, just soaking in some sunshine and really just relaxing. We are really glad that we decided to stay an extra night because it's giving us time to catch up on some other things. She is starting a new needle pointing and she's been wanting to get back into that since we hit the road again this winter. And I have been trying to read a little bit more about the key fob issue that we were having yesterday. So the trucks have what's called an RF sensor, and that is what takes the remote frequencies from like your car remote and it transmits it to unlock and unlock the doors. If we had remote start, I think it's the same way. It would transmit that into starting the truck. And I was reading through some forums online. It's one thing that I really love to do is if we have an issue, I like to try to get as many people's opinions from the internet that I can without having to go through and talk to somebody else. And people were saying, I guess sometimes the back window can leak and drip onto the module, but with the camper on, I don't think the back window ever really gets that wet, so I don't think it's that issue. Or sometimes they go bad, which hopefully, if that's the case, it'll go bad soon, because we only have like 1,500 miles left on our warranty, and I think we're going to cover that much ground in the next like 2 weeks. So hopefully if it's going to go bad, it goes bad quickly. And the other thing that I'm thinking is we have the Bluetti fridge, which you guys saw in our last video, directly in front of the RF module. And that fridge puts off a Bluetooth signal to my phone, and it does it all the time while the fridge is on. And like I said, it sits right in front of the module, so I don't know if the Bluetooth signal is interfering with stuff from the truck. Whenever I was trying to lock it last night, it was doing the same thing, and it didn't sit right. Probably why I was not sleeping great last night is my brain was just running trying to figure out this problem. So I think what we're gonna do is switch the fridge from behind the driver's seat to behind the passenger seat, move all that stuff over to the driver's seat because that's right where that module is, and test it for a couple days. I took the fridge out and I was able to lock and unlock the truck from the normal, like, I don't know, 50, 100 feet, whatever it is that the normal key works from, and it works just fine. So we're gonna see if that changes anything. I was trying to think back. I don't think we've had this issue at all until we left this winter, which is the first time that we've had the fridge in the back of the truck. It used to be our e-bikes, and it'll probably go back to that in the summertime. We'll move the fridge to the other side. So we're gonna try that out, and hopefully that will help. But I don't know, just trying to use process of elimination, and hopefully we can get this solved. There's the fridge. Normally sits right here, and when you pull the cover off behind the back seats, that's the module that takes the remote frequencies from the truck. So we're gonna leave this space kind of open if we can. Again, I don't know for sure that this is an issue that it's causing, but in my brain it kind of works. So we're gonna try it out and we'll let you guys know. I got all of the stuff flipped around in the back seat of the truck. So now the fridge and the AC 180T are all on the passenger side of the truck, and then just behind the driver's seat is the Starlink and a suitcase full of clothes. So hopefully we'll have a good test over the next few hundred miles to see if this may be solved. We've also been having issues with our TPMS, our tire pressure monitoring system in the truck. Whenever we started driving up here and drove through Lubbock and then into New Mexico, it was saying that one of the tires sensors was not working. And that's very common. The sensors do go bad. So I was like, okay, maybe that's the issue. But then a couple weeks ago, the whole system wasn't working. So it was saying that all 4 tires, it wouldn't read them. And then all of a sudden, like 50 miles later, it would pop back on. And after doing a lot more reading, I think the TPMS sensor is also part of that RF module. So it's reading the key fobs and the tire pressure monitoring system. So if this works, both of those things should be working. And I really hope they do, because this truck has been flawless. There's nothing wrong with it, and we don't have to spend any more time in the dealership than we do already. We'll have a good test here over the next couple of days because we've got quite a bit of driving ahead of us, getting over into the Denver area. And yeah, hopefully it's just one of those things. Either way, reading and the internet does have a lot of very valuable information. So if you are trying to diagnose something, I would highly recommend just reading other people's thoughts, hearing their opinions, and trying to figure it out yourself.
We are off to finally shower. We are so excited. As you can tell, it is very needed, and it's gonna feel really good.
I think the showers have like 15 minutes for free, which is going to be plenty of time, and we can get a nice shave in for me at least, and just
Me
reset
too.
for the next week. It's going to be very nice.
That shower was so nice. Even though there was a shower countdown that was pretty annoying, it beeped every minute. It was kind of nice to know how much time you had left. So I obviously used all 15 minutes. It was perfect, just what I needed. And yeah, great way to end a reset day or days.
Definitely one of the nicest camp showers that I've ever experienced. That was great. 15-minute timer was plenty of time, and the water got extremely hot. So 10 out of 10 there. Now shave my neck and then head back to the camper and start packing things up.
Gotta get it done some way.
And just like that, we are all fully reset in the truck camper and ready for the next week of living on the road and just more basic camping.
It felt really good to be here at this campground, and the sun was out the whole time, so we got to thaw from all of our snow winter camping, which was exactly what we needed in order to reset everything else.
We were talking about it whenever we got in here about our appreciation for campgrounds now, and it's just something that we're trying to enjoy a little more. This is definitely not something that we would like to spend, weeks on weeks in, but it's great for those, 10-day stretches where you really have nothing, and then all of a sudden you get to get here, use a hot tub, hot shower, and it's just, it's a great way to reset.
If you guys liked a video like this, let us know in the comments below. We enjoyed filming it because it honestly was just something really realistic for us. We love to do this every 10 days to a week because we can't go any longer without a shower than that. So let us know in the comments, and thanks for watching.
We will see you in the next video. As for now, hope you guys have a large day.
Bye, guys!
We're excited for... We've been loving the change of scenery. It helps so much just to probably...
We have been craving some desert sun, so this is exactly what we needed. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm like that.
I'm out of breath.
But yeah, having a full sky of sunshine, having a full view of sun.
Or to head towards Denver because we are getting Barkley. Redo that. Let's ask right? It's a win-win.
Take the third exit onto G Road.
We don't always have to. Should I say like what we're doing, or we'll just hang out with you guys and then call it a night? Ta-da! I was just gonna say if you guys enjoyed a video like this.
Yeah, they let us know, yeah.
We're just gonna
Great.
wrap it
Yeah,
up.
perfect.
Okay. I'm gonna read that.